But please, at least consider the residents who live around there, because I know you guys don't live around there. Most of you don't live right in that area.
Again,
except Brian, correct. But he's the only one who can park in that parking lot, and the church doesn't yell at him, so.
Because he's on the finance committee.
Correct, yeah, everybody else gets a little note on their car, don't park here.
Brian, is that right?
Yeah, he parks there.
I was unaware that they gave notices out to the front.
And it was only when the snow was, I mean, to get, like, the plows go completely down the street, we were moving our cars. It wasn't like we were gonna leave them there overnight. And we plowed that parking lot anyway, so I didn't see what the problem was.
See, now you know why I said we want to control this property.
Well,
Because it's zoned for residential. And what could happen is, if the church wanted to, and believe me, what they're looking for a price is a nice price to us, but to a developer, they probably could make more money. So the fact of the matter is, I don't want to jam that whole area.
but I just want you to consider the people who live in that area and at least ask us, or tell us what you're gonna do.
I agree
That
with
we
you.
don't have to, and I'm with Dominic, I find out all this stuff on social media, which is like a surprise with.
Well, let me
because-
tell you about social media now. It's an awful bunch of BS that's on there.
I get it.
They had some women's health thing on there, and we got two guys in this village that want to run around like they're these reporters. They know less than anybody
I hear that.
because you know why I know something? We don't know what's going on in that area, in that property.
Right.
But they seem to know.
Well, you know better.
But I
I'll come
also
to you
know that-
before I'll do anything, you know
But I
that.
also know this, any leaks that came out of this deal came from the other side.
Oh,
In other words, the Archdiocese has a realtor, they have people.
right.
And they talk, because I had a few people show my office saying, well, if you're gonna do this, maybe I could do this. Where'd they hear all that?
Yeah.
Because I know it was Dominic, Brian, Dan, and me. And we kept it that way, because as you know, once it gets out that a piece of property like that's for sale, that price goes up. Like there's oil in that property.
No. You should know me better. I thank you when you do things right, but
I
I
know.
also yell at you when you do things
That's okay.
wrong.
That's how my mother was.
Right, so I just wish you would make sure you consider the residents who live there. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have to, because Brian lives there.
Anybody else? Thank you. Oh, the name of the past. Pat Hussey.
Oh, I didn't know I had to fill one out ahead of time, so I'm sorry if I didn't.
It's okay.
I don't need a loud speaker.
I have a loud voice.
Do we pay Bosman for yard waste pickup as a separate pickup? Well, I've talked to Brian about this several times. The 4900 block of Chester does not have yard waste pickup. There's maybe 5 houses on our block that do their own yard work. I do a lot of yard work. I have extensive gardens. Every week in the summer, I put out at least 3 cans purposely bought with their nice stickers that said yard waste only. And our garbage pickup is 6:30 in the morning. I am up on Friday. I watch the village issue garbage can go into the garbage, and my 3 cans of yard waste go in the garbage. This has been for 2 years.
So they don't split it up, is what you're
No,
saying.
we do not have a separate yard waste.
Yeah, we've
bin.
had, you know what, we've had a few complaints like this before. Not in your area, another area. We called Bosman.
Called them today, as a matter of fact.
And I watch the guy.
No,
He brings the yard waste can up to the truck. He looks around the block like, is anyone watching me? And boom, boom, boom. Every week. 6:30 on Friday. Of course, now yard waste pickup is over. Because I've called the village hall so many times, I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to come to the village meeting and say something. Because you're paying for that. So you want to save some money? Stop paying for it.
No.
They're not doing it. And I have to assume, maybe I shouldn't, but that they're not doing it for my little corner of Norridge. north of Lawrence, west of Cumberland. I have to assume they're not doing it anywhere. I never see a can go up and down those streets, or a truck up and down those streets picking up yard waste, ever. So you're paying for it, so save some money, stop paying for it, because they're not doing it.
It's real simple, we have a contract with them, all I have to do is tell Brian, call them in here, and I'll read them the right act. Because they'll understand that we'll break the contract if they're not gonna do the job.
Get your money back,
Because you're
because we haven't
right,
been doing
we
it.
are paying the money.
And why am I taking the time to make sure every little piece of yard waste is in a separate can? If I pick up a piece of paper from the street, I make sure I put it in the right can.
I'm still trying to figure out what you're doing at 6:30 in the morning on Friday.
I get up at 6 o'clock because I have dogs. And I let them out, and of course they bark when the garbage can comes by.
Oh, yes, they do.
So that's how I know, okay, let's look out the window. And I'm not really watching. So anyway, that's,
Okay,
please do something about that, because it's also not good for the environment.
so, thank you, Ted, I appreciate it, thank you. Mr. Potts?
Yes. My name is Constantinos Rapadas. I had a question about the church property and the police stations. To my knowledge, we'd already purchased a property for a police station recently.
Well, we purchased a piece of property with an option that if we needed to, we could put the police station, but it wasn't totally designated for it.
Okay, and that property is not feasible for a police station?
We could possibly do something with it, but now we have an opportunity to bring the police department possibly in the middle of town, which would be, I think, much better for all of us.
How much money are we expending on these projects? Because we already bought one property, we're talking about buying another property. Do we have a tremendous surplus?
No,
Why are we stockpiling properties?
well, we can only sell the property, and we can sell the property in urban, and all we do is take the money and we pay for the property to buy and save it. So it's a wash when we do it. Well, when Mr. Seed was the mayor, he had properties all over the place. All over. Never touched them, never had any ideas. But, you know, I could bring Dan in here. Dan, you one time told me, you buy property, you'll never go poor. You always told me that. Okay? Don't lie to me now, that's what you told me. But the point is this. We have options to move things. And if I can make this village a better place and consolidate a few things and get the police what they deserve, because I don't know if you've ever had a chance to walk through the police department, but it's terrible. The environment, everything in there is terrible.
I can understand, I think we're all here for a better village, a better Norridge.
If we're trying,
But we're concerned about the monies and the expenditures and the ignorance of the people voting on this project. I looked at a couple of your trustees up there, they had no idea what was going on with this church deal.
no, they knew, but you know what? Everybody wanted to know what the next step was, what's the future? If you ever bought a house, the one thing your lawyer says, it's not closed until you sign the contract and give the money. We don't have that property yet. So at this point, to expend money for consultants, architects, or whatever, is kind of foolish until we get the property. Then we'll be able to start to move forward.
It sounds a little opposite to me. If we're gonna buy
Sounds a little what?
a little opposite, I would already have a plan in motion buying a piece of property.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Rapadas. I'd buy that property on any given day, any time, because that is probably, and I've been here 40 years, and a lot of the trustees have been here longer, that property is the best property in the village. The best.
I would agree with you, but
So if we have a
you're
chance
not
at,
buying that property, we are. Somebody's paying for
well, I'm
this.
paying for it too. Last time I looked at my real estate bill, I'm paying for it too.
But we don't make a decision on it, and we're not informed
Well,
on what it's gonna cost
Then you're
us.
lucky, because if I'm making a decision, or this board is, we're looking out for the best interest of the residents. I mean, really. If you don't believe that, there's not much else I can say.
Well, I would look into it a little bit further. I know it's a good piece of property. I don't know what it's gonna cost us
Well, we
to
can't
build
look
that
into
piece of
it.
property.
We
Here,
can't
just a
look-
second,
We
Mayor,
can't look
please.
into it for anymore, so we buy it. Once we buy it, I agree with you.
But if we're gonna buy it, we need a project on what we're gonna do with it. You're talking about being in the central of town, you brought up District 80 with traffic. Do you know how busy Montrose Avenue is right there? You know how congested it gets?
Well, but we're not putting a school in there.
But we're gonna build a police station,
Yeah,
we're talking about.
Well, police
And-
station is that, the one lady asked me what I thought, and I thought a police station would go there because I know the condition. If you don't do something with this police station here, you're gonna find out down the line, it's gonna cost you $200-300. It's almost like, old Comiskey Park in Wrigley Field. Every year they put money and money and money into it. Now, I understand Wrigley Field because everybody wants to go there and it's very successful. The point here is, I don't wanna put more money in that police station because I'm never gonna get it out, never. And I'm not sure it's gonna fix all the problems that we do have. You know, that police station, Brian, you're a historian. What did that police station start off as?
I think it's our public works garage.
Public Works Garage. And then wasn't it the water department?
Possibly that it became the village hall,
Then it
police
became the
station
village
combo.
hall. That's what that building's been used for. And then he's stuck in the police. And I know Joe C because I worked for him, and I can only tell you, Joe would do nothing for the police. That's just how he felt. He just felt that way. He felt they were paid like pensions. I don't look at it that way. I look at our police, and I think we have probably one of the best police forces around. I really do.
I have one last question. You said you, Mr. Plegario, and Trustee Tannhauser met with the church and discussed about the possible contract. You three were involved in the meeting.
No. We never met about a contract. They came to us and wanted to know, would we be interested in buying? Do we have an interest in it? And that's what got the ball started.
And-
Anything that's done is done by the Archdiocese.
All right, very good, thank you.
Could I make a comment? Sir? Could I make a comment?
Oh, sure, I'm sorry.
All I want you to know is, when they met with them, we were aware of it. So don't think we didn't know what was going on.
No, we weren't. I was
If
excluded from
three,
that.
if three trustees met, if three village officials met, isn't that a quorum, isn't that a meeting? Shouldn't everyone be involved and informed?
No, not necessarily, because that's a private thing. I just want you to know that we knew that they were meeting.
It wasn't three trustees, it was two.
Were you present at one time?
Yeah, but I'm not a trustee.
That's all I wanted to say.
Very good. I've heard from your trustees on board though that they were not informed. So somebody's,
Well, sometimes you have to ask questions, and sometimes you have to be here to know what's going on. And when you don't do that, I'm not sending you a telegram. You get paid $16,000 a year. Come do your job.
Well, when you're here and nobody talks to you, that's a different issue.
Anybody
So
else?
Go down this point.
Yes, ma'am.